Alrighty, Tony, you wanna give us the old reading?
Welcome to Hold Fast, the LARP Podcast, Season 2, Episode 4.
Ha! Just a big loud yell. Oh my gosh. Hi.
What's up, guys?
We're back.
Back with another episode.
I am so sorry it took so long to get here. I got sick.
Real sick.
I went to the hospital, yeah, but now I'm okay.
Yay.
And we're back in the recording studio. This is Erica, your host, and
Tony, your co-host.
And we are joined today by our lovely narrator, Jake Dowsell.
Welcome to this podcast with my sultry voice.
My sultry
Goosebumps.
voice commands
Literal
you.
goosebumps.
I mean, to be honest, goals. Like, if people are like, ooh, that story, I'm like, yes.
This episode we are going to be talking June event memories, and what a good game it was.
It was a good game.
It was so
Holy heck. Oh my gosh, so much happened.
A lot happened.
good. Yeah, it was a busy time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a little sad I took a nap on Saturday, but, I mean, for what I was awake for, real good.
I wanted to take a nap on Saturday, and it was like, nah.
Yes.
No.
I'm upset that I did, but I was shutting down. I needed at least like an hour.
That's fair.
Okay, I'm gonna start us out with a memory that I think we were all there for. Jake, I'm not sure if you were there for it. Lizard people.
I was there. I was a lizard people.
Yes. Okay. Can we talk about lizard people real
Let's
quick?
talk
I'm
about
so
lizard
glad.
people.
Yeah, I'm so glad we've got it from both sides. So, Holdfast has been plagued by these reptilian lizard people.
We call them lizard folk. I don't know what they're actually called. Lizard people. Or...
Lizard folk sounds right. Yeah, we've been plagued by them for a while. They're just like reptilian, and they're jerks. They're really strong.
One would even say exceptionally strong.
Exceptionally
We'll
strong.
cover that in a moment.
So I'll start from my perspective, then I want from everyone else's perspective. So Pendergast comes down the hill, and he's like, oh, like Lady Valeria and Orin and all of these people are up there. And Degrin's like, okay, well, I'm going to get my shield. Did you come with us?
Not.
I think it was Tatura.
I wasn't part of the first wave.
Okay.
I came up after you guys.
Right, okay, yeah, you came up and killed it. So yeah, Degrin's like, let's go get a shield. I'm like, cool. So we all go and we suit up and we head up this hill. And normally we don't fight in the forest that often.
No, for obvious reasons. We can't swing our sword, particularly my sword.
I fell in a
That was
ditch.
the point. That was not the point. It's like I did this. I fell in a ditch.
I did, and I thought I broke my pinky, but it was okay.
Oh jeez.
I fell in a ditch. So we just start going up this hill. I'm just like flanking behind Degrin with my bow. I'm playing Asher. We're just like going up this hill. I'm like, gotta save my husband. And then yeah, there's just like a wave. There's wave after wave of lizard people coming down this hill after us, and it was we just, I don't know, we super organized ourselves. We took care of it. They were throwing boulders down the hill.
Like big and small.
Yes, big and small boulders. Some of them would do like 20. What was it?
The big rocks, the ones that required you to be really strong.
Yeah.
Did 20 damage. Sorry, 20 sunder damage.
damage.
Without a cooldown.
Without a cooldown. So, and the smaller ones had 2 mauling, I think.
Yeah.
So it was just, pelt you with some smaller rocks. You guys, the players could actually take up the smaller rocks and throw them back.
Yeah.
But you needed to be real strong to lift the big ones.
Yeah, so giant ass boulders, small boulders too, and it was just cool because it was just this like assault that we were just coming for him. I don't even know how to explain it.
There was a lot of them.
Tony, you explain it. You know battle terms better than I do.
Okay, so I wasn't there for the first wave. I was getting suited up, but from what Dagrin told me, basically the first wave of lizard folk came down and they retreated back to the forest. And in the forest, we only have like narrow pathways, which I assume you guys went up there for the purpose of it impairing us to be able to swing our swords effectively.
Maybe.
Anyway, so the retreat happens. The first wave of players start following along. That is That would be Dagrin, Asher, Datora, I think, and I don't know who else.
I think there's a new dwarfing game. I can't remember his name, but he was with us.
He's
And
Ragnar.
Ragnar,
that
yes,
guy.
he was there. And as we're walking up this hill, like getting ready, we're just seeing weapons everywhere, like just lone weapons. Like Zero's sword was just like strewn along. I think there was another blade somewhere, and I was like, oh, this ominous. Where do these belong? Who do these belong to? What's going on? So it was like like we're going up and we're like, oh, we're about to get fucking wrecked.
And sure enough, rocks, boulders, lizard folk. There was an alpha lizard, I think.
Oh, it was so cool.
And it was just this clash of blades and the bombardment of boulders against shields.
And these
it was
lizard
such a good
people,
fight.
These lizard people kind of, I don't want to say they speak their own language because I don't think they've put that amount of time into it, but they kind of like, oh, Jake, take it from here.
They speak their own language. Because we have put that thought into it. I was actually playing one of the lizard folk at the time. And yeah, I'm glad when people were walking up, they're like, "Ooh, there are all these swords on the ground. That's ominous." Because it was like, good. I'm glad this is the case because we just shanked a whole bunch of people and left their stuff there to cause worry. And yeah, we had the balls. Like it was, I can't remember who thought of it. It was either Rob or Mitchell who thought of the idea. But we just had a whole bunch of like blow up beach balls. We filled them a little bit with water to give them a bit of weight, so they didn't like. So basically, so we didn't throw a boulder and then the wind catch it and blow it. It was like, I'm gonna throw a giant stone. Ah, the wind blew it away. Gosh darn.
That strong Newfoundland wind.
But yeah, we did actually go through as a fault. We had a bunch of calls that we would use. So I think we had a call for I personally am in trouble. We had another call for the lizard folk as a group are in trouble, come immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Another one for there is a target strike, and then another one for fallback.
I know that you guys were doing your whole like eki. I don't even know how it sounds. Just like your, yeah, there we go. Just like your
Oh my
weird stuff
God.
like that. I didn't know you had actual meanings for things.
Oh yeah,
You guys were very in tune though.
we were very communicating with each other the whole time, and it was like it was cool to do. But like also looking at it from an outside perspective, it was like, holy shit, they're actually talking to each other. They're
Yeah.
like, there's like this one said something or made some noises, and the other one is like doing something with purpose, and like it felt great to be like, I'm gonna make a sound to you, and the other person's like, Roger, got that.
So I should mention when we get to the top of the hill, there's just what I can describe as a nest of bodies, and it's just Orin and Lady Val and Enya Maya, I think, is up there, and
I know Zero
Was
and
Morpha
Zero
there too?
was up there.
I think Morpha was up there at some point. Zero and friend Theo were there.
That's
just a bunch of people.
They kidnapped a crap ton.
We ate most of them.
Yeah, they're all missing limbs. They're not doing so good. So like,
Was
what?
Pierre
How
up there
did you
too? I
guys
thought
get?
Pierre had a limb missing.
Pierre was up there because at one point I was like, like Oog, do you have all of your limbs? He's like, yes. I'm like, not anymore. If you don't, eat in left leg 1, eat in left leg 2, etc. And he's just like, oh.
How did you? So when did you get them? Did you take them from the field, or did they walk up into the hills?
I can give away some strategy. I'm not sure how much strategy I'm supposed to give away just because of potentiality for future things. But
Okay.
in this particular instance, it was so there was 2 scouts sent down, one towards the Knights Camp, one towards the inn, and it was basically one of them would come back and say there is a lot of people here. Shock Force would be sent down to get everyone's attention. People, oh, there's lizard folk here, there's lizard folk here, and then a whole bunch of us would go raid the other site.
Oh.
As it happens,
And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you take out the lizard foe.
the old switch and bait. As it happens, a whole bunch of people were like, I can blend with elements, or I can just disappear and not be seen, and went up and scouted and found us all. Mm-hmm. So out of game, I'm like, oh, well, shoot, they're here. But we as lizard folk could camouflage ourselves, so if we kind of nestled into like the brushes or bushes, we could camouflage and be hidden from sight.
Oh my gosh, that's such a cool skill. I want that.
It was. Now we weren't blended or anything, so if somebody walked past us, they'd feel us because we're only just chameleoned into the underbrush, basically. So if somebody walked past us, we'd be like, "Ooh, you feel a tail." And be like, what? There's a tail here, and then we just jump out at them. I did have a moment like that with Cassidius at some point. I'll cover that later. But yeah, so a whole bunch of people came up. A bunch of people were blended, and like obviously out of game, I could hear them. That I think they were blended with the same element. They were like, hey, okay, well, what we'll do is we'll wait till there's one by themselves, and then we'll strike them. And then there was me and somebody else as a lizard folk there, and we're just like, And that was basically our whole brain thoughts at the time. So at one point, somebody else, like I think the other lizard folk hides. I'm just moving around trying to see something, and then a bunch of people unblend and start striking me.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, it's on. So I take a couple people down with me. I actually end up doing the. I end up doing the call of like, help! I'm in trouble. Please come and find me in lizard folk, and lizard folk respond because a whole bunch of them was like, oh, we heard that, and then come up the hill, and that was the first moment when I'm like, oh, okay, this communication thing is working. It's good to talk to people. And yeah, and then everybody gets swamped, and some of the lizard folk that go down get picked back up by the other lizard folk, and then we start eating limbs, and it's jolly old good tasty time.
Okay, so that's how there ended up being a nest of torsos.
Yeah.
Love it.
Good times.
Great.
So what did you see on your way up, Tony?
Well, actually, on my way up, I was part of the second wave, so I just saw.
I think you were the second wave.
Well, first off, I saw lizard folk just plastered everywhere, so y'all did a good job there. And then I noticed a giant boulder, and Oog said required exceptional strength to use. So I was like,
I have that.
I see an opportunity, and I better not waste this. So I pick up the boulder, and then I start coming up the hill towards you guys, and any lizard folk that needed a killing blow, I just squished it with the boulder. So I worked my way up. I think there was a couple left. I got up there as I think you tripped over a player.
Yeah,
That's when I got up to the very top.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of people, and I got taken down, and I was falling, and I'm like, okay, well, there's a whole bunch of people strewn around me and a giant tree stump. So I had to try and fall as, like, Tetris-y as possible to try and fit in. I end up not falling on friend Theo's head, but, like, as I went down, I kind of knocked it with my arm, and I'm like, oh, crap, did I just crush his skull? Is this
was that when the hold was called?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there was a hold called at one point, yeah.
Yeah,
Because Jake suplexed.
I basically suplexed a torso with a head. And thankfully he was fine. Everything was good.
Poor friend
so
Theo.
then, poor
He's
friend
good,
Theo. Yeah, he's good. I think I was like, are you okay? His exact words, while being still crushed by me, are, dude, I'm built like a brick shithouse. I'm fine. I'm like, okay,
right.
I'm gonna assume everyone's good. Either way, so I continued to die, because that's why I was falling. And then, yeah, I saw you coming up the hill with a boulder. I'm like, that's not yours. That's ours. Put that down.
You forgot I could do that.
It was a brief moment of, you're not supposed. Oh, wait.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
After the lizard folk fight, I brought both of those giant boulders down into the field with us so I could use them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
we
did.
had those the rest of the game, which was really fun because it was fun to pretend it was a big boulder, but it's a beach ball, so you would run over it to be like, oh, I can't lift it. So you looked silly. That's what I was doing with them anyway. Whereas Tony was just throwing them at people.
Yeah, it was pretty much, to use those boulders, you had to be lizard folk or swole, and we had the lizard folk covered, so naturally being swole fell to Tony.
All right, so let's go around in a circle. Tony, you start. What was your favorite moment at the event besides the lizard folk fight? Because we just fangirled over that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What was your other most favorite part of game?
Actually, my most favorite moment at game was Saturday night's fight.
Yeah.
I loved that fight so much.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. Okay, you tell the story first, and then I'll just put some stuff in there.
So last the event before this one, we had some ghosts come in, and basically, from my understanding, they were sort of like scouring Holdfast for specific skills and whatnot. Like they were asking for like medic skills, grappling skills, what have you.
They took all my grapple.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they took a couple grapple from me. They took my only level of medic, so whatever. And okay, so like the ghosts came in. They were kind of like the scouting party. They'd scout for skills. If they got you, you'd put like a yellow piece of tape on you to show like that you were basically your soul was touched by these goats. Goats?
Ghosts?
They're goats now.
I see we've become the infamous goat larp.
I want to
And
go to
then
that.
following the ghosts, the Shadow Pirates, I think, is what we've called them. Shadow Pirates came in and basically wrecked face.
We're just dicks.
Exactly. They took so whatever skills that you were marked with the yellow tape,
Mm-hmm.
the pirates would come in, steal those skills from you. You couldn't use those skills for the rest of the event, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
This time around, we were much more prepared.
Oh, I've never seen us run so efficiently.
Yeah, that was
So-
real good. Props to Dagran for coming up with like the basically the battle plan.
Dagran organized everyone brilliantly. I've never seen him so organized. Basically, so the bunkhouse is on one side of the field and the citadel is on the other, and oftentimes a lot of shit is happening around the citadel. So basically, they organized a bunch of smiths and healers in the citadel who were buffed by bards and other things. I don't know
Yep.
exactly what went down there.
The
but-
bards would buff them to be able to smith and heal faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they were smithing and healing so fast. So I'm used to going into my bleed and needing a lot of attention
Yeah.
during these fights because I like to flank the outside, but when I don't, I die quite easily. So I went down and I was like, shit, by the time I'm done all this stuff, I'm probably going to be tired and the fight's probably going to be over, blah, 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 blah. I was out of that citadel in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I have a lot of health. I went in there, 3 minutes later, I was out again.
I was like, what the heck is this? Why haven't we been doing this since day one? It was so impressive. So just a little clap to everybody that contributed
Nice.
to that. Let's do that more often.
Nice.
That was incredible. Yeah, it was really cool. That was my favorite part of it. And also, you and the character who plays Nico was casting, and the two of you were fighting each other in the field, and I was like,
He got my Fighting Spirit Award for that.
Oh my gosh, he got mine too. I was like, oh my gosh.
He was really good. He was playing, basically the Shadow Pirates came in, and I think, I didn't actually get a good look at them. They brought these critters in with them, and from what I understood,
know
they
what
looked
they were.
they looked like Hellions, but they were more beastly, I guess.
Yeah.
But, so, like, they basically just sent waves of these minions after us, and we organized our fighters in such a way that the shields were in front and more of the main heavy hitters and the long-range fighters were behind. They would bring up solid against the shield wall and be buzz cut down. Anyone that made it through would be taken care of by the second line.
But Nico and the player that plays Nico and Tony were fighting in such a way that it looked so real. And even though he was losing, he still made it look so good. And I was like, I could have sat there and watched that all night. It
There was a
so
lot of screaming between the two
cool.
of us.
Oh my god, you guys were you guys
heard,
were
yeah.
screaming at each other. Like that's if you're gonna die in a fight, die good. Yeah, die in a cool way, because it happens to the best of us. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was deadly.
I loved it. Nico was actually a big part of why I liked that entire night and that entire fight. But
Oh, you guys killed it.
The tactics and everyone was so efficient, and it was just a really good fight. It was just wave after wave after wave, and we were cutting them down. We took a couple hits, sure, but at the end of the night, we were victorious.
We've
and
never worked together like that before.
It was a solid fight. I loved it.
It was really
that was
cool.
my favorite. That was my favorite part of the game.
Jake, what was your favorite part of the game?
Oh boy. I would love to say the Saturday fight, but I was actually stomach sick for like basically all of Saturday, so I had to like conk out earlier.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I would have come and give you tea.
no, that's okay. I basically was like, I was there serving pies, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go sleep forever. So I did. My man, honestly, my favorite part was shenanigans that happened on Sunday morning.
What
Oh,
kind
the
of
stuff.
shenanigans?
Oh, okay.
With,
So
with-
don't give too many spoilers because we're gonna get into this in a story.
Okay then.
But tell what you can.
all right, I'll try.
Oh, I remember what happened now.
So throughout basically all of last year and maybe the year before, there's been this annoying so-and-so, shall we say, that's been causing a ruckus.
Yes, it's. You can say it's the Sea Witch.
Oh,
Jenny.
okay,
Yeah.
It's the Sea Witch Jenny. I wasn't sure how far along.
Oh no, it's the bitch.
Okay, yes, the Sea Bitch, the Sea Lich, the Sea Witch, the Sea Hag. Her, it. I've heard lots of names. I've called many derogatory. Anyway, so Jenny has been plaguing us for a while, and like Jenny was not my plot. Like I didn't pay for Jenny to come in. Like I didn't ask Cass to do this.
Yeah.
But Big Bun decided, no, I'm going to deal with this after because as I'll probably
There's a
haven't.
long. I'm gonna get into it in the
Yeah.
story episodes, but there's a long plot as to why Big Bun has such a grudge against
But
Jenny.
what I like about that is that it happened naturally too.
Oh yeah, like, at no point did it feel like I was inserting myself into it. It was like, this is a thing that's happened. Okay, I'm gonna like. She like kind of got at me a bit. I got her a bit. She got at me a bit. I got at her a bit, and it just kind of.
And then it was just
And
Jenny shows up and everyone's like, Big Bun.
It's
Come deal with
it's
this.
literally that. It's well, like the thing is, it's great because part of it is people will say, Big Bun, come and deal with it, but also Big Bun, you should know. Yeah. So my favorite part happened on Sunday morning, when her ghost turns up, and is like. Appears and is like, where's Big? I don't know if she specifically asks me because I'm off by the Citadel somewhere, and someone's like, Big Bun, Jenny's here. I'm like, you what? I thought I got rid of you. Now you're an invincible psychic ghost. Great, excellent,
Fantastic.
fun times. So she's standing on the deck, and obviously she's a ghost. I'm not psychic, so I can't see. And people are like, Big Bun, she's right there. I'm like, I can't see it. So then the person who plays Jenny is like, ooh, Big Bun, you can see me. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
Boy.
This is ominous.
This is bad. It's like when you shouldn't be able to see something or do something, and then Cass says, oh no, you can. You're like, I didn't battle. So I'm like, oh, it's you. And then she's like, you're coming with me. I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. Pardon my language, but like, no, I'm not going. She's like, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I didn't want to say make me because I knew as soon as I said make me, she'd do like spell and do it. So I was like, as much as I want to, I'm not going to. So I think I just like, why should I give you the time? And she's like, mesmerized. I'm like, all right, fair enough. So I start walking away, kind of mesmerized. People like grappling me to try and pull me back.
Yeah.
They don't beat the grapple of this ghost somehow.
Just grapple, yes.
It was there was a number. It was not breached. So then eventually, I just hit. I don't want to have to do this. I see the player who plays Lady Val, who outside of game we're also in a relationship, and in game we've kind of just started one. So she comes and says like, I don't want to do this, and then stabs me through the heart with her magic sword.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh. And like for one brief moment, I'm kind of looking down, and I'm like, "Why did you?" And then I'm like,
Wait,
okay.
did Big Bun die that game? Did you
No.
take an L?
I did not.
Okay, good. Because you'd think a stab through the heart would do it.
True, but shenanigans. So then, I'm thinking, okay, this is good. And then I hear the person playing Jenny saying, "Oh, excellent! I'll just take your soul with me then." I'm like, this is bad.
This is now worse.
This is the opposite.
Whoopsie. So yeah.
I tried throwing you away. Apparently that didn't work either.
Yeah. It was. I thought it was gonna, and then it was like, no, you like, despite exceptional strength, you aren't as strong as a ghost. So
I get that.
Anyway, so stuff happens, which I'm probably going to go into in another episode. I'm looking question me. Am I going to talk about another episode? Maybe.
Yeah.
Most
I am.
likely a story.
Most
I
likely
mean,
story.
honestly, like, I think.
I don't
Actually,
think we
no
can have a
spoilers,
Jenny
no
episode
spoilers. But we
without
are
you.
we are
Yeah.
gonna do. Yeah, you are gonna be on for the Jenny episode.
Cool.
And we will
I'll-
talk about a lot of this stuff.
I was going to say, I could talk for an episode and a half about what's going on. So
Oh well, then save it for
Yeah,
that
I
episode.
will.
Yeah, for sure.
basically, shenanigans happen, and all I'll reveal in this episode is she turns to me and says, "I need your help."
What?
Ooh.
And intense RP happens, and now I'm in a conundrum, and might have an in-game reason as to why I can't make next game, because I can't make next game because I'm working. But that's my out-of-game reason. I think in-game I now have a reason as to why I might not be there.
Damn! I need to find out. My curiosity.
I'm happy to tell you once the radio show ends, but I'll save that for you in another episode.
Oh sheet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, is it my turn? Does anybody else have any?
And that was my favorite part of game. Erica, what about you? What was your favorite part?
That was beautiful. So I had several favorite parts of game, but some of them I also don't want to spoil. But I will say that my in-game husband and I got married 2 seasons ago to Oren Warfield. I should say Asher got married 2 seasons ago to Oren Warfield. And we have had, since like literally the first season we started playing together, we have had a character who who just hates us. And they have their reasons. Oh, yeah. Do you not know who?
No.
Oh, well,
Oh,
you'll
don't worry,
find
you'll
out
find
soon.
out.
So
Who
we
would
have
not love you?
my parents. No.
Oof.
No, that's a joke. My parents love me very much. No, I'll tell you off the thing. So yeah, we have this character that just hates us very, very much. And at the beginning of the season, Pendergast came to us and said, this person told me he was going to kill me. And he also said that he was going to kill the two of you. Why he told Pendergast this, I don't know. So Orin has been very... Yeah, you know who now, don't you?
It's me. I'm the bad guy. All this time I've been eluding you, falling into my clever ruse, only to strike you down when you least expect it.
Look at you playing dumb over there. Like, you don't know it's you.
I'm just a smith. All I do is make things like murder weapons and candlesticks.
Oh my gosh, you probably are gonna make the weapon that kills me. But anyway, we have this character that hates us, and at the beginning of the season, he basically made a threat. I'm gonna take out the both of them or whatever. Orin and I are soulbound, so I'm not going to go too much into detail, but basically if I die, he dies. If he dies, I die. So it's very easy to kill the both of us. Anybody playing Epoch, please don't use that against us. So Orin decided after Pendergast died at the very first game of the season, Pendergast died at May game. He was slain by this character. That the threat was very credible and should be taken seriously, and this character needed to be taken out. So we spent the better part of Saturday afternoon. Orin had a really good plan. We were all just chatting about it. We were deciding what the best way to go about the plan was. So that was really fun. I actually love like strategical planning and like thinking about what we're going to do and like planning someone's death. Like I actually love drama in game. It's my favorite. So what this turned into, Datura was in on the plan and Datura gave it the fuck away. Datura told the sheriff what we were doing, even though he was in on it.
What?
I know. It made no sense. I was like, don't. And then
I was like, don't. And then he do. Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, no, sometimes it really be like that when you're friends with Datura. So our sheriff had left me too. Our sheriff had left town earlier that day and they had made Zero the sheriff and Zero's like, what are you guys doing? Or she says something to us and Datura's like, want to hear a thing? And I'm like, can you fucking not? That's the sheriff. And he was like, no, it's fine. So he tells her the whole plan and she's like, I've been sheriff for 3 hours. What do you want me to do about this? Like, I obviously can't let you go through with murdering a citizen, even though he did make threats on you. Like, I can't let you do this. She's like, I want no fucking part of this. Anyway, it turns into a big trial. We put this guy on trial. A lot happened there. Oh my gosh. It was like a lot went down. But all that was my favorite part of the game, but specifically the planning of the murder of the assassination was my favorite part of the game, because let me tell you, when Asher and Orin get together and like make a plan and stick to it, they have taken out some shit. Tony, you know.
Yeah, they took out my shadow last season.
Yeah.
That was really good.
So that's always my favorite. Alex is like one of my favorite players in that game, and he does such a good job, and he's super fun to play. Oh my gosh, he's so fun to play with. If you ever get the chance to just kind of like, not even solo adventure with Alex, but just like a few people, like maybe you and Alex and someone else, or like anything to do with Orin, do it, because it's so fun.
I may have plans for next season.
For Orin? Don't kill him.
No, it won't be killing him.
Don't kill my husband. It means
I'm not
going to
be killing people.
Okay.
I'm not going to be killing players.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I have character concepts.
You have what?
Character concepts.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, cool.
So one of our players, who's been with us, and he was the first player bard.
Yep. He was the first bard.
Yeah.
Is he cool if we use his name, or should we use his character name?
I'd say let's edit this previous part and use character name, because I haven't checked.
Okay, let's...
I could get him on the phone now. Hey, we're live on the interview. We're recording. So one of the players that we have with us, they were the first person to actually be an in-game bard that wasn't cast playtesting it.
Mm-hmm.
This was their last game with us because they're moving to BC to
Follow their career.
follow
and
their career, follow their dreams,
yeah.
all that. And
They
it
play
was
the character Greyfeard,
yes,
the White Hawk.
Greyfeard Whitehawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the first bards ever, and like the beta tester for the bard system that
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
now. So legend, my friends.
a true legend.
He's a good guy too, like both
man.
in game and out of game.
Oh,
He
geez.
will be
Yeah.
missed. We play D&D together, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm gonna miss him.
same.
I am too. And he always, like, whether there was a bard system or not, he always brought his guitar. He was set up in the inn. He was singing songs. He was doing his thing.
Yeah.
He truly loves music and he's really good at it. And yeah, like he was there my first game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow.
I'm almost certain he's been there since my first game.
I think he was. I think I met him in my second game. My first game, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think he was there.
Okay.
But God, I'm gonna miss those buffs.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna miss the person, but sure, the buffs are nice too.
No, don't get me wrong.
Those
I miss the
juicy,
person, but
juicy
oh my
buffs.
God, I love hitting for extra damage.
I know.
Yeah, so to the player that plays Greyfeard, we are going to miss you so much. Thank you so much for all of the fun RP. Thank you for arguing with me about giving swords to children. I really think it was the right thing to do, but what the fuck do I know? I gave a sword to a child.
And in that moment, the voice of truth said, "Don't give swords to children."
Well, he wanted to steal the swords, and I was like, these are pirate children. They're going to go get their pirate parents who are going to kick our asses, so let's just leave them with their stuff. Like, let's just let them go on their way. And he was like, great, so you want to give swords to children. And I was like, you're twisting this. I'm trying to help. But yeah, thank you so much for all the amazing memories. You and your partner were an amazing party game. You guys did a really good job, and you left us with some really good memories, and you will be talked about for a very, very long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I know at the end of the game, Cass actually, like, beforehand went out and got a guitar for him.
Yes.
And then
We all signed the guitar.
we all signed the guitar.
Oh my gosh, we should do like a Holdfast Hall of Fame
That would be great.
for retired characters
Yeah,
and people
that'd
that
be
leave the
dope.
game.
The sweetest thing about that guitar was so the event was called I think Until We Meet Again.
Until we meet again. Yep.
So Sharon had written that Until We Meet Again, and then signed it as the AD of Epoch on the Rock.
Oh, I'm
So
not crying. You're crying.
as both the name of the game and also Until We See You, the player, again. And it was like, oof.
Deep.
well,
Do
I
you
mean, like
that?
he's moving to BC, which is not a short flight from
It's
here.
literally the other side of the country.
Yeah.
And we're the
But-
second largest country in the world.
You
But-
can't walk there.
Our listener base has the highest amount of listeners in BC.
Are you serious?
No way!
Yeah, so say hi to Greyfeard for us.
If you're down at a tavern, having a good time, and some lad steps up and he starts strumming his guitar, that's him.
That's him.
That's
If
Greyfeard.
he's got a beautiful red guitar that's like signed by a bunch of nerds and like an awesome white guitar strap,
Yeah,
that's our Greyfeard.
The guitar strap has a feather on it because he's Greyfeard the White Hawk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually mine and Hillary's thing to him, because we basically cast were out saying, "Oh, we want to get a guitar." We're like, "We're literally in the area. Do you want us to pick one up?" And then you pay us back for it.
Okay, wait. Can we talk Greyfeard moments for a moment? Do you
Yes.
guys have Greyfeard moments? Because I have another really good one.
I have great fit moments.
The time that we were having the second council vote and Greyfeard was like, Val is corrupt, here's what she did, I'm stepping down from the council, fuck you all. Mic drop. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like kudos.
That was amazing. He said so many
was-
good moments in games.
The very first character in game that I ever fought 1v1 was Greyfeard.
Really?
Seriously?
Yep, in the very first.
Doesn't he dual wield?
Yep,
Did he fuck you up?
I won that one.
Oh, okay.
But it was the very first tournament of Holdfast too. So,
Oh, no way.
Yep. So the
Yes.
very first match that I ever had in the tournament, and the very first player character that I fought in game was Greyfeard.
Dope.
And every now and then we would have sparring matches in the field. I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah. There's going to be a tournament episode coming up soon.
I'm excited for that.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be cool.
It's going to cover last season's tournament, and then we'll do this season's tournament next year.
Yeah.
What about you? Any fun Greyfeared moments?
Oh man, I'm just trying to think. I think one of the ones that sticks in my mind is I was down by the forge as I am fixing things. Greyfear comes on like, hey, can you silver these swords? I'm like, sure. And he's like, cool. Just like goes away for a bit. Comes back and can you fix my armor? Yeah, sure. Here are your swords. Goes away. So I fix his armor, and just as it's done, he comes back. He's like, "Oh, cool, here's your armor." He's like, "Cool, my swords are broken. Can you refix them?" I'm like, "Sure." And it just went on like that for a little while. Of like, "I'll do you a trade." Oh, cool, excellent. Oh, fair enough. Oh, you got to take better care of this next time. And it was, and like, it got to the point where, like I was just there smithing, and at one point he just walked down, plonked the stuff next to me. I just gave the swords without even looking at it, and just carried on. And it was like a well-oiled machine of destruction, and it was great. Obviously that's not the only moment I could think of. There are tons, but that's the one where it's been the most like
Just a polite Greyfeared moment.
In that one moment, there was that look of like of pure understanding of I'm gonna go and get my shit wrecked. Are you still gonna be here? Yes, sir, I am. Okay, see you in 5. Like,
he and his partner started playing game like, oh, I don't know, like maybe he was 2 seasons in or something like that.
Actually, her first game was
last season,
yeah,
right?
mid-season last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
And they had this really great introduction where basically she walked into town and attacked him, and she was like, he's like my former lover, and he killed me, he murdered me, blah, blah, blah. And then there was like this whole trial for it, and it turned out that like her father had killed her, and like, I don't know, all this crazy plot went down. It was like super emotional. It was this like super big part of that game.
yeah.
Damn. I don't want anyone else to leave game.
No, neither do I.
Volk,
I
come
only
back.
want us to grow.
Yes. Like grow. No leaf, only grow.
No leave, only grow. You want to talk about next game, what our plans are?
Oh boy, Kron's in a mood.
So,
Kron is
okay,
in a
wait.
mood.
So, we'll talk about, oh my gosh, July game is not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after, so we're actually very close already.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about July game. Tony, I was noticing at last game that Krond was a little bit more like solemn and just like, I don't know, just not as like happy, I guess, as he normally is. What's going on with Krond?
I don't want to give too much spoilers yet.
And what are your plans for next game?
Who will you kill?
That's the thing. I know who. I don't know when.
Oh,
You're gonna
shoot.
kill somebody?
I didn't expect that to be an answer. Hot diggity damn.
Wait, is it an NPC or is it a player character?
NPC.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about, actually. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Krond is a murder hobo
Misty?
now.
I'm a squatter, actually.
Oh my god.
The squatter with the boulders you brought down from the hill.
Exactly.
Oh, I have one more really fun June memory.
Yes.
I was wearing my Sylvie outfit, which is like a pair of fluffy ears and a fluffy tail. And I don't know who Sharon was NPCing, but she came up to me and was like really quiet. And like, I didn't know what the fuck she was going to say. I was like, what's happening? She was like, can I pet your ears? And I was like, yes, you can pet my ears. And she's like, can I pet your tail? And I was like, yes, that was also a really good memory.
Aw.
It's cute.
That must have been Greyfeared's sister. She came in this game.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that was...
Everyone's sisters were here.
Yeah.
Nico's sister was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And...
I didn't know Greyfeared's sister was. What about you, Jake? Do you have any July game plans?
I do.
Ooh, what?
I'm at work.
Oh,
You saucy cunt.
I was like, at the forge? Or
No,
like...
no. I do have ideas for what my character is going to be doing, and that's going to be essentially responding to this request for help.
Okay.
I'm not going to say if I am or if I am not, because mostly I haven't made that decision yet. Mm-hmm. And also I didn't want to be like, I've made a decision, bye guys, or I've made a decision, we're all screwed. And also I want to speak to the person who plays Jenny, see if we can get some RP done,
Right.
and try and decide what happens.
That reminds me, I got a RP with Sharon before July as well.
I also have to do that.
excellent.
Hey,
There's so much stuff we got
So,
to
Give
do.
me a call.
It's not even game yet.
so the people, if you're listening to this, come RP with us, please. Please.
Oh yeah, if you're in the you mean like the people who play Jenny and the people who play okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also if you don't play LARP and you're listening to this, I don't know why you would be, but come RP with us. July
We're
game.
good people.
Oh my gosh, we're best people. July game. What am I gonna do? I have some council business to take care of. There was like a closed mod that I think a bunch of us were talking about. Remember, the person who plays Pierre was talking about it in a group chat.
I can't remember that.
Well, I'll show it to you later. But there's there's somebody outside of Holdfast that needs killing, and they had a plan to go do some killing, and we were gonna do a close mod for it. So maybe that'll
Okay.
happen. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually been discussed with any powers that be yet, but that might happen.
Oh, cool.
And the character who I was talking about, who Asher had some business with, I think I have to finish up some business there. So yeah, that's what's going on with me for July game. I'm sorry, we're all so tired.
That's all right.
We all showed up to this recording. We're like, how are you? Or Tony was like, how are you guys doing? And Jake and I are both just like,
I'm
tired. And Tony was like, I've been working since 8:30 and it's 9 o'clock. And we're all like,
Oh.
this is going to be good.
For all intents and purposes, though, I think we nailed this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we did a good
Yeah.
job. We always do. The energy always comes when you turn the microphone on.
Yes.
Yas, gaga.
Yes.
All right.
I actually love it when you say that. It makes my heart grow like the Grinch's.
All right. So, does anybody want to end off with anything? Anybody got anything else to say?
I look forward to seeing everyone at game.
Yes.
Except you, Jake.
It's gonna be a good time.
Have fun. Do twice as much killing for me.
Grond, smash.
Cron smash. It's like, and Crond, smash.
Asher hide and pelt arrows out of bushes.
Someone spill some ale on the forge for me or something, or eat a potato. I don't know.
I'll spill some ale and I'll spill some hot tea when you get home.
Oh, damn.
I'll be like, here's the hot goss on what
Spill
happened.
me that tea. I am British. I do like tea. If you spill it, that's a cardinal offence. So pass me the tea politely.
Oh boy.
All right. So I don't think I have any official business to take care of before we clue this up. Mm-hmm. Maybe next episode I will. But yeah, if that's all everybody has,
Yeah.
then
I
I'm
guess,
gonna.
I guess if you've been listening, thank you for listening. We love you all.
Yes.
And remember, sucking at something is the first in many steps of being pretty good at something. So keep at it.
Yeah, I still suck at LARPing.
No, you don't. You're good.
You
You're fine.
literally
We're all
don't.
good.
I laugh at serious moments.
Oh, yes. I still remember that when you were Sparrow and I was Gandalf and I was dying.
I was like, oh no, don't do that.
It was like, hey, look, it's a crazy old man and he's dead.
Don't die. Please don't.
It's like, oh, nose, what a shame. I'm so very... Flip through a book. Sad.
I'm really bad at it.
It's fine.
But yeah, thank you all so much for listening.
Thank you.
We are going to have a new story out probably next week, like a week from when this episode is out. So get
Excited.
ready for that. It's called A Visit to the Hanged Man. So maybe that'll tell you something. Maybe it won't tell you something. Maybe you have no clue what the Hanged Man is. You're about to find out.
I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I do. I just recorded that story.
All right, so thanks for listening. Tony, I'll see you at game.
Erica, I'll see you at game.
Jake, I'll see you at game.
I won't.
It's just...
Erica and Tony, I'll see you at the game.
Oh, no.
See you at game, everybody.
See you at
again.
game.